Welcome back to Asgard, and welcome to episode 12 of our Crackpack modded Minecraft Let's Play series. So if you recall, last episode we set up a new power system using vats from Ender.io to create hooch. Since then I've expanded that system a little bit. We still have room to expand it a bit more, honestly. We'll pop down here for just a second. Sorry, I've been kind of congested the last couple days, so I apologize in advance. But we're capped out on hooch, and we're running 12 combustion generators, which is quite a bit of power production. Honestly, I may expand it to maybe around 20, somewhere around in there. And you'll also notice that we are capped on potatoes and sugarcane. So I actually set this up right after we got capped, so it hasn't had a whole lot of time to build up a lot of sludge. Honestly, you could easily have that system without even doing anything with the sludge, because they'll still run. It's just not going to be as quick. But honestly, I mean, we're not actually using that many potatoes and sugarcane. So also, since last episode, I set up this. It's kind of like a power substation that I'm building, and we'll have a couple of these, I imagine, around the base. So all these eventually are going to be capacitor banks. I'm not going to build them all out right now because we're going to do it with vibrant capacitors instead of just standard capacitor banks. But this right now holds 30 million RF, and it's just the second tier capacitors, because I did start upgrading like our conduits and stuff to the energetic versions, the enhanced energy conduits, because they can just transfer a lot more, because our system was pretty well capped with the conduits, you know, with the basic energy conduits before. So I need to turn all those waypoints off. And then up here I'm probably going to end up adding like some like rooftop like fan systems and stuff, just for decoration and everything. And then I'm going to build this out kind of like the energy stations that you see with like the energy poles and stuff. I can't think of what they're called, but you know what I'm talking about. And then I've started doing the road out here. It says sandy brick slab, but it's actually quarried stone bricks that I've turned into slabs. And I've gotten a few more essence berries. Aluminum is actually almost the whole top row filled out, so I'm getting pretty far with that. The essence berries, if you notice, I've got them pumping out and pumping into this autonomous activator, because we're going to be setting up an XP system to actually change this stuff over into liquid XP today. So I went ahead and ran the piping and everything, got that hooked up. I've got it turned off right now, just set the redstone control to high, and then I've got it pumping into this iron tank. And eventually this will be moved. This isn't going to be like a permanent setup, I don't think, for it, because we'll probably have like a liquid storage area is what I'm thinking. And then I started building this out. I've still got to go get some more quarried stone and stuff to finish it out. But I kind of like the way those roads looked. At first I started doing it with like this really nice chiseled cobblestone, but I like the white look to it more. And then over here I've brought over our ore processing setup. I did remove the electric pump from it. I just set up a reservoir for now, just because it's not going to use up any energy. And I just got back from mining, and then I went mining in the nether right after that. So I didn't do a ton of mining, mainly just nether quartz and a little bit of lapis and stuff, because we were getting kind of low on nether quartz and glowstone as well. I got a bit of that. And what I've done is I've set the system up so that it runs pretty much the same way as before. You know, all this line runs into a chest. Then we got a sag mill here that runs into a chest, because I do like ferrous and stuff like that through that, so we can get shiny. And then I've got it just being pulled into an alloy smelter, and then I've just got that exporting into our storage system. So that way we can just kind of store everything here and it automatically get put in here for us. And then over here I've just got a separate alloy smelter that's just for making alloys. So I think that's most of what I've gotten done. It's actually taken quite a bit of work, but yeah. So today we're going to be looking at getting ender cores, because I'd like to set up an automatic farm for ender pearls fairly soon, so probably this episode, but we'll see. And I am thinking about doing a bonus episode, because last night when I got done and I was laying down, I thought of like a really neat Steve's Factory design that I think will work, and so I might do a bonus episode maybe this afternoon or maybe tomorrow, covering that. So if you guys are interested in it, basically assuming that it works, I haven't tested it yet, so don't quote me on it, but I've come up with an idea of how to get, like, we'll set up an area for agricraft and basically have it automatically break weeds so that we don't have to keep an eye on it when, you know, we're dealing with weeds and stuff. But the first thing we're going to make today is just this vacuum hopper from Open Blocks. Let me get some. No, I don't need iron. I need a chest, wood maybe. And I need to get wood automated and set up as well. We'll probably do that fairly soon. Let me pull out. Okay. And we're kind of low on ender pearls. I actually had none, and I went out and farmed some, and then one of my ender lily seeds over there got finished up, so I harvested that. Obsidian, okay, I've got that. I know I went and mined up a little bit of it. We'll probably automate that fairly soon, because I'd like to get a nether pump set up pretty soon to start getting lava from the nether. Would be kind of nice. So, alright, so let's see. I'm thinking we can hook this right in there. I've already ran pipes. I'm pretty sure they connect up how we want them to, because I originally set up a sewer and then I realized, oh yeah, the sewer does essence instead of liquid XP, so we'll set this to ignore redstone. If you notice, the vacuum hopper's sucking it up and it is making the liquid XP for us. So fairly easy setup, fairly cheap, and we'll be able to store 1.6 million liquid XP with that. So now that we've got that set up, let's get into actually using this liquid XP. There's a couple things I want to set up for this, and so let's go ahead and get that. The first one I want to do is the experience shower. That way if we want to get XP out of our system to our person, we can do that. So let's get that. And there's that. And then the other thing that I want to set up is a fluid transposer from thermal expansion. So we'll need a couple copper gears, buckets, glass. So give me just a second, because we've got a lot to cover and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on camera crafting. So give me just a second to get this stuff together, and then I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, welcome back. So we're just going to run some, actually, let's run it right up against the wall here. We'll just run ourselves some fluid conduits. And the first one, or the first block we're going to put down is just this fluid transposer. We'll set this to import through the top. Set this to extract. Always active. So that's going to fill up just really quick with liquid XP. And then the other thing, we'll set up this. No, shoot. I forgot we're going to need a way to turn that off. Let's see, how do we want to do that? I don't know, I'll give it some thought while we progress, but basically we can use the liquid shower to get XP out of the system. But I'm not sure how I want to shut that off. Yeah. So, now that we got that fluid transposer set up, which is the main block that I'm worried about getting. Let's see, do we have leather in the system? No. I mean, I could do the, whoops, wrong item entirely. I could use the Tinker's Construct recipe for books, but sometimes it takes that a second to load in. Okay. But I think I'd rather just get the leather. We got plenty of cows. And I need to make a TC sword fairly soon. Oops. What is going on? No clue. Okay. And I've noticed that for some reason my ore sheep, some of them have vanished. I've got 2 iron left, but I had 3 and then a stone, but one of the iron and the stone have taken off somewhere. We'll just get a bit of this. And okay, we got 14, sounds good. Alright. And we've got, I forgot to look, do we have paper? Yeah, we got paper. Okay. So one thing that we can do with the fluid transposer, which will actually cover this episode, another way to do this. But let's get ourselves a bookcase. And one thing that's nice about this is that liquid XP at this point is pretty much a renewable resource, and fairly soon we'll have more of it than we know what to do with. But we can take a bookshelf and set that to fill. Oh yeah, I didn't give this power. Let's see. Okay, let me run a power line over to this really quick, and I'll be back in just a minute. Oh wait, I'm back. That actually didn't take very long. I only had to use 3 blocks. I thought I was going to have to run it farther. I didn't realize that was right next to the line that I had set up to move the energy from, or into the capacitors and stuff. So we got power in this now, and I got a hole in the floor. I'll have to fix that later. We can set it to empty, and it's going to fill this bookshelf with liquid XP, and once it finishes, if you notice, that's going to get us 1 piece of magical wood. So it's only 1 for 1 on the bookcases. It's not really the most ideal way, but you know, if we're running out of enchant books or something, you know, we've got that set up. So another thing that we can do is use enchants, and we're going to have some fun with that. So we're going to want a disenchanter, diamonds, books, plastic, nether bricks, all that good stuff. So give me just a second while I get this crafted up, and then I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, welcome back. Just getting the last pieces in here for this. And we're also going to want some books. So I went ahead and ran on over to the farm and got some paper, or sugar cane. And we'll just throw that in there. So the way this auto disenchanter works, I think I'm just going to set it up right here for right now. We'll have a separate place that's going to cover all of our enchanting and XP related type needs, actually on this platform, down the road. But for now, we'll just hook it in right here. And what we can do is, let's grab like these, because I've been getting a ton of these, like enchanted weapons and axes and stuff, with just kind of crap enchantments on it at this point. Not too concerned about it. So we'll throw some books up there, and we'll throw like this diamond axe right there. And if you notice, it quickly brought it down. Well, okay, it takes it just a second. Forgot. And then what we're going to need to do is actually set up a chest next to this. A couple chests. Let's make a couple chests. Can't remember. Does this recipe work on here? Yes. Okay. Alright. So we'll just set up a chest right here. And oh, there they are. Couldn't find my item conduits. And we don't want it to connect to that. We want it to insert here, extract right here. So if you notice, it takes the enchant off the diamond axe and gives us a book for it. However, if there's 2 enchants on this, what you can do is you can set this to repeat yes. And I would suggest just leaving it on repeat yes. That's usually what I do. And we'll set up a chest here so that we can throw in, different things. But for example, if we throw this one with 2 enchants on it, we'll give it just a second to work through that. And we'll also go ahead and throw in like some more of these, which will keep the axe. It'll do a little bit of durability damage to this. But not really enough to matter. If you notice, it was just like 300. If it has 4 enchants, you kind of got to watch it sometimes, depending on the material of the item. But if you notice, it pulled one of the enchants off, and now it's working on pulling off the second one. So, if you set it to repeat, it's just going to keep repeating until all the enchants are pulled off of a particular item. So that way we can kind of get rid of some of this, just junk that we've got lying around here with all the enchants on it. Because really it's not anything that we particularly need to keep. So we can load this thing up, and that way we can get a bunch of enchant books and use that to make magical wood as well. So I think that's everything that's enchanted. Yeah. And we're getting a bunch of sharpness and efficiency, so. And then we'll take a look at getting ourselves some ender cores. So we'll need 4 pieces of magical wood, some ender infused obsidian, and an eye of ender. So let's go ahead, grab that, and we'll grab obsidian we have. Man, I'm like so low on ender pearls. I don't know if you even realize. This is it. This is all my ender pearls. So we've got that stuff. Now magical wood, we will use this recipe, which granted, rank 1 enchants aren't really the best thing that you can use for, I need some books. All this junk on me here. Oh, it's gonna stop that, but I'll make some books later. But the rank 1 enchants aren't really the best method for this. Now, eventually we'll cover a way better way. I'll show you guys probably shortly. I don't know, maybe this episode. We'll see. We might be in an alright position to do that. But I just figure we go ahead and start handling some of our XP and doing something with it for now. So magical wood we can also craft like this, 4 gold, and then 4 enchant books around a table. So let's see, if we use 4 tier 1... Oh, why did I grab 1 piece of gold? Okay. If we used 4 of the tier 1s... we would also get 1 piece. Okay. So it's not really the best method. Honestly, I'd rather just run liquid XP through it at that point. Alright. So we'll look at a better way to get these, actually. But that way, at least we've got that pulling enchants off and stuff. And, you know, we can always use those enchant books for different stuff, so... Alright, so give me 1 second. I'm going to get some things prepped, and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, welcome back. So, the first thing that I want to make here is just the experience obelisk. So, let me grab that solarium. I made some extra capacitors. We'll throw those in there for now. Oops. That. Okay. And experience rod, experience obelisk. There we go. And of course we can just throw this down. We'll throw it here for now. And go ahead and hit store all and get rid of all of our XP. Because this is going to make it a lot more efficient to use it, because say something takes 30 levels. Granted, 30 levels is not the same as, you know, say 30 to 60 or something like that, if that, you know, if that makes sense. So basically, if I was to extract, say, 10 levels, instead of taking me down to 33, it takes me down to 42, because it's based on the amount of XP it takes and how much XP is stored in here compared to how much XP you're requesting. So, and then I also made a Bibliocraft printing press and typesetting table. So the printing press and the typesetting table we'll just set up right here, and they don't require power or anything. And then you also need these print press chases. So we'll put these, just one of those, or all 8 of them. Yeah, okay, it puts all of them in there. Right there, and then, oh, you know what? We're gonna need a book. Okay. Let me go grab a book really quick. I'm so sorry. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay, welcome back. So I got the leather and stuff that we're gonna need for that. And that dog is driving me insane again. But, so we'll just put our book... Wait, what? Yeah, we'll put our book right in here. No. Right in... It's kind of weird trying to find where to put this stuff in sometimes. No. Huh. Oh wait, never mind, that's right. We need the enchanted book first. I apologize. So the way we're going to handle that is we're going to make an Ender IO enchanter. So we're going to need some dark steel, which is just coal, obsidian, and iron, right? Yeah. I can't remember. I know I have some coal. There we go. And we've got obsidian in here. Oh, that worked out perfectly. That's great. And we'll get that going. Oh, it's actually going to take a second, isn't it? I may actually have some dark steel in here. No, I have dark iron. Okay. And let's see, what else are we going to need for this? Diamonds and a book. That's fine. Okay, but actually while that's cooking up, there's another thing that I want to cover. So, We're going to grab this insulated redstone conduit, and let's make a lever just really, really quick. Because if I recall correctly, I could be wrong on this, so we'll see. I do believe that the XP shower shuts off with redstone. I think so. So I'm gonna have to make a jetpack fairly soon. I mean, I know we could use bat transformation and all that, but yeah, I don't really want to use that all the time. So we'll take that. We'll set one up here. Set our XP shower there. And yeah. And we'll just run that down. And oh yeah, we're gonna need a block for this to connect into. I think we'll do that, which, like I said, this is just a temporary thing. So we'll set it to on for right now, and then if we plug up our pressurized conduit, I believe that's going to keep it shut off. Yeah, and then if we want XP, we can just flip that switch, and it's going to pour in on us, and also drain out all the tank in the process. That's fine. Alright, so let's head back over. At least we've got that set up. Which, the fluid transposer method for the magical wood, you know, isn't really the best, but if you're like, you know, making the printing press takes like 3 blocks of iron and stuff, so, you know, you might be in the situation where you want to use it. You know, if you have just like a super cow farm or something, it really wouldn't hurt at all, because at that point making bookshelves wouldn't really be an issue. Long term, that might be how we automate magical wood and stuff for our applied energistic system, but we'll see. So let's grab a couple diamonds just really quick. And we'll get our enchanter made. We'll just plug this in just over here, right? Oh, it doesn't even need power, does it? I don't think it does. We'll actually set it right there. And the way it works, you can pull up your recipes here and you can make all different kinds of, you know, enchants and stuff with this. Why is it not flipping through the different... Maybe because I don't have enough XP. That's possible. No, it's still not flipping through all that. But basically we want something that has a level 4 or 5 enchant. Usually the one that I go with is sharpness. Because it's fairly easy to make. So let's see, do I have very much nether quartz in here? 32. Okay, well, we've got all of this. The best way to change this over would be enrichment chamber. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this to off for right now. We'll put that in there. And that way I can start running through that fairly quick. And then we're also going to need a book and quill. So let me see. We'll make one of those. And that. Alright. We should have enough nether quartz now. And the nice thing is we're only ever going to have to do this one time. Like this full setup and everything. I think it takes 60. Oops, wrong. Keep getting them mixed up. I think it takes 60 to make the highest tier of sharpness. So let's see, if we put this in there and put our nether quartz in there, it's going to take 29 levels, and we'll get sharpness 5. So let's get our 29 levels here, get our enchant book, and there we go. And now if we want to duplicate this, which is of course why we have this whole little setup going, we can throw our enchant book down in here, and what do we need to print press plate? Can't remember. I thought we just okay, give me 1 second. I think I'm missing something. I thought we had to turn these into plates, not chases. Alright, give me 1 second. Okay, welcome back. They've changed the way this works a bit, and it's honestly kind of confusing, but it seems like we're going to need some XP levels. I don't know how many, though, that we're going to need. Okay, but let's see. Let's take out, like, say, 30 levels, maybe? And it still doesn't show up in there. 40 levels, perhaps? Oh, okay. And now we can shift right-click. There we go. So that gets it. So apparently you don't need the redstone signal. I was reading they changed that, but... anyway, we got our enchanted plate now, and so we're done with all of that mess. And... so we can just put our enchanted plate into there, and then we're going to grab our ink sacs, put them right back in there. Sometimes it's kind of weird trying to click on it, but it is usually like right in there somewhere is where you click. And then we'll just put some books up here, and if you notice, it's going to start running, and we'll give it just a second. And there we go. And if you notice, it made a copy of our Sharpness 5 book. Now this is only going to have about 3 uses on it before it's pretty well done. But honestly, being able to copy your enchant books like that is perfectly fine. I love it. That was where I had some issues with this thing. And, okay, let's see. We got that. So what we can do now is we can actually put these, we'll keep one for copying, actually. I always suggest you keep one of any book that's any kind of value at all. Keep at least one copy of that book on hand. Let's see, we got our bookshelf. And we'll just grab, I guess, a couple Sharpness books. Maybe. It's better if you do 4 of the same. Or not 4 of the same, but 4, you know, high-level books. You'll get a lot better output. But like this, for example, we would get 9 magical wood instead of just 1. Now, if you use all 4 Sharpness 5 books, you're going to get quite a bit more. I want to say it's like 15, if I recall. I used to use this making the ender cores. So, but now we've got everything we need to make what else? Eye of Ender, right? Right. Yeah, do I not have... oh, I do have one on me. Okay, I'm just losing my mind. So we can get our very first ender core. Now, they're still kind of expensive at this point, mainly because of the ender pearls and the XP and stuff. But with these, your ender lilies are going to grow a lot faster. Like a whole lot faster. So we'll just set it up right there and plant that on there. Because the ender lilies, you can plant them on dirt, on endstone, or on ender cores. Now dirt is very, very, very slow. I'm sure you guys have noticed. Ender stone, or endstone, sorry, is it's a bit faster, and you can actually get extra seeds. Like when you plant it on dirt, you can't actually get extra ender lily seeds from harvesting, whereas with endstone and ender cores, you have a small chance of getting extra seeds. It's not going to happen all that often, but you do have that chance, and it's also going to grow a whole lot faster. Ender cores are the fastest that you can get with the ender lily seeds, so definitely come in handy. And once I get a bit more of these ender cores set up, we will automate harvesting of these. The best way that I've ever found to do it is I use the farming station from Ender.io, because it does harvest and replant these very, very well. And I know some mods have issues trying to harvest and replant ender lilies, so or they did in the past, I don't know, but farming station is just what I've always used for that. So yeah, I think that's going to cover it. I know the episode's running probably pretty close to 30 minutes at this point. Like I said, I may do an extra video either today or tomorrow if that Steve's Factory Manager thing all pans out and everything. But we'll see. I got to do some testing and stuff with that, but we'll give it a shot, and then I'll keep working on getting more ender cores. And like I said, fairly soon we'll automate that, so we'll just have ender pearls coming in, which will be very, very, very nice. But yeah, so I guess I'm going to end the episode out there. If you enjoyed it, as always, please comment. Very, very much appreciated. And I don't know why it's chugging all of a sudden. I apologize. But anyway, it's probably something with my computer right now. Seems like it might be downloading something. I don't know. I've got automatic downloads turned off, but I've got Steam running. That's probably why. Anyway, but if you enjoyed it, as always, please comment, like, subscribe. It's very, very much appreciated. And next episode, we will probably try to dive back into Magic. I know we've been off of Magic for a little bit. I don't know for sure that it'll be Botania. It might be Blood Magic, honestly. Kind of automating the altar some and stuff. So, but yeah, so like I said, keep an eye out for a bonus video today or tomorrow. And of course, I'll post on Twitter if I'm going to be releasing it or not. And yeah, so until next episode, do take care, and I hope to see you then.